Hey guys! I hope everybody out there is doing great today. Welcome to the Phil and Tammy Polson channel, where we educate, motivate, and inspire you into action.
That's right. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, and push that notification button
Ding.
So you get all of our uploads so you don't miss anything. Today, we are talking about confidence.
Confidence today. Why is confident important? Because it affects every part of your life. When you have lack of confidence, you project that to other people, and other people see that in you. You wonder why sometimes people aren't jumping on board with your ideas or your thoughts or your visions. It's because you're projecting a lack of confidence, that you do not believe in what you're telling them and in the vision that you're sharing. So confidence means everything to the project you're putting forward.
That's right. John Maxwell says the first and greatest obstacle to success for most people is their belief in themselves.
Right.
So a lot of times we can't overcome these obstacles because we're not even believing in ourselves. And for us to be able to move forward with confidence, we need to start taking certain steps to move that way. So I would say for the first thing is that you need to visualize yourself being successful.
Right.
Because whenever you are able to visualize yourself in being successful, then it changes your state of mind. So I like to take a few minutes and just see myself where I want to be.
Yeah.
Like I might visualize myself where I want to be next year this time.
Yeah, and then you have to put energy into that, and you have to work hard at it.
Yeah.
The more you do something, the better you're going to be. But if you never take the steps to put the hard work in, to put energy into it, what you put in, you will give out. People have no confidence in themselves, but the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So if you don't see any self-worth in you, then nobody else is going to see self-worth, because as you think in your heart, it comes right out of your expressions.
Exactly. So that's why it's so important to visualize yourself, see yourself moving towards those things, those desires in your heart. And the second thing is to affirm yourself and to give yourself some credit when you move. So many times we look at all of our failures, all the things where we didn't do quite right, or we didn't. I have a ton of books where I write down things that I want to do or see, and I've had all these books all over the place, and I would beat myself up going, why do I have this and this, and then I'm not doing this or I'm doing that. But now I've changed the way I look at these situations. I see a girl who was trying to find her way. And this girl wrote down, there was the thing that I wrote down that I would teach children in China to speak English.
Right.
I'm doing that. There were different things that I wrote down that I would be working for myself.
And you're doing that.
And I'm doing that. And so all these things, give yourself credit. I may not have had it all in one book as organized as I wanted it to do, but I'm achieving those goals, and so that's how you can be too. Is that not that you have to have all these books, but what I'm saying is that begin to give yourself some credit. So I began giving myself some credit, going, girl, you might not have done it the easy way, but you are moving towards those dreams and goals.
Well, and you got to give yourself a moment to celebrate the small things.
Oh, come on, yeah.
Don't wait until you're 20 years into it and say, oh, I finally made it. There are a lot of steps that you're going to take along the way that are going to create success, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. So you're going to gradually build, and when you accomplish something, celebrate that. Tweet that thing out. Facebook it out. You know, that revelation that you got, that one victory. Celebrate the small victories along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even if you just took one step, give yourself credit for it. Say, hey, I did it. So now what's next? And start moving it and start building your confidence up. And do one thing that totally scares you.
Yeah.
Just step out and do it. Do it afraid. That is the thing that I've learned the most, is that there are things that absolutely terrify me. But then I just have decided, you know what? I'm just going to do it afraid. And I've started to do that. Sometimes I've learned this new thing from Life on Fire. They teach us done beats perfect.
Yeah.
See, I have always wanted everything to be lined up and perfect. And so I never moved forward. I kept running into all these walls.
Right.
But the thing is, it's time for us to just start moving towards it and getting it done. Do it afraid.
I like that. Do it afraid.
Do it afraid. And because one thing, it's exhilarating because it's like, woo, here we go. And then boom, you do it and you achieve it. And then you get up and do it again, because every step is more exhilarating as you go.
Yeah, and it brings breakthrough. And you know, breakthrough causes us to respond in jubilation. And so when there's a breakthrough, whether it's big or small, whatever it is in your life, it may be small to you, may be big to somebody else. So that moment in your life that seems small to you could be a big step.
Come on,
so
that's right.
So here's some things I want to share real quick while we're doing this on how do I build more confidence. So you build it through positive thinking, you build it through practice, you build it through training. As I said earlier, positive thinking, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You practice and practice. Maybe you have to get in the mirror and start reading it, start talking about it until it becomes a part of your nature and you get that confidence in there. And then the moment, I remember when I first started preaching, can I share this just a second?
Okay.
Just a quick second. First time I got to preach, I told the pastor said, I want you to preach on a Wednesday night. So I said, okay, great. So I got my message ready. I've got 5 typed pages. I was loaded for bear. Pastor asked me, he said, Wednesday morning, he said, are you ready for tonight? I said, well, I need to talk to you. He said, about what? I said, well, I've got 5 pages. I don't think I can get through it all tonight. I might need a Sunday morning and a Sunday night. He said, well, let's do this. You go ahead and start. And whenever you're done tonight, you know, if we need to go longer, we will. So I'm ready to roll, man. Worship goes, they turn the service over to me. And so I jump up there with my 5 pages. Well, it took me all of 5 minutes to go through 5 pages. I was so ready. I thought I was. But you know what? I lasted 5 minutes. The pastor come up right behind me, took the microphone, and just kept the service going like nothing had ever happened. I learned something that night, and it gave me more confidence for the next time. Next time I could go about 15 minutes. Now they can't get me to sit down and shut up. Some of them are like, free the hostages. But no, you know, the more you do it, the better you're going to become. And once it becomes a part of your nature and it's alive inside of you, you'll have the confidence. Let me share this. Do some training, get knowledge, take talking to other people are useful ways to improve and boost your confidence levels. So find someone that's been doing it.
Yeah, someone who's already doing it, finding success, and follow them. Some of the things, people that have helped me build my confidence are people like Terry Seville Foy, Pastor Furtick, Steven Furtick,
Life on Fire.
Life on Fire, Megan and Nick, love them. These are people that will inspire you, help you find your motivation, and to move forward in that, and help you build your confidence. It's important to change your speech. When I say affirm yourself, it's important to begin to change your narrative and what you say about you. Because God says that you can do all things through him who gives you strength.
Right.
So begin to declare that you are going to accomplish this thing. I am confident of this one thing, is that what God has placed inside of you, you can accomplish. Even Jesus, as he was praying for himself on the cross in John 17:4, it says, I glorified you on earth by completing down to the last detail what you assigned me to do. And that's in the Message Bible. And that has been a prayer that I began to pray because I was one of those people that lacked so much confidence. And I began to pray this prayer over my life. God, I will complete everything down to the last detail of what you have for me. And I pray that over you.
Yeah.
There are dreams and visions inside of you. And just because right now you're not confident, God can change that. And you begin to speak life over yourself. Begin to declare what God says over you. He says, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. He said, whatever you put your hands to do in the name of the Lord, it will prosper. Those are things he says about you. Begin to build yourself up according to what God says about you and start taking the steps toward those dreams and desires. I just want you to know you are awesome.
And the best is yet to come.